In this video, I'm going to show you how to import an already created validation column in JMP. Sometimes you may use some data set which has already created validation column. That means the data will be divided into training and testing. For example, in this particular data set, already one validation column is created in Excel only. So here, always remember for JMP, the validation means in the validation 0 means training, 1 means validation, and 2 means testing. So what happened in this particular case, for example, in the column 1, the first data point is training. So similarly here we had approximately around yeah 2965 data points. We had exactly 2965 data points which belong to training data set. Now this information was not already in the Excel, the column which I created, the I column. And similarly, we have a test data set which I just appended below the training data set, around 1000 instances of the test data set. Now, or validation, you can call it. Now, in order to use the same training and validation data or testing data which we have created here in JMP, we need to do some we need to basically create a validation column in the data set. Now if you import the data set without creating this I column in JMP, and then you go to that usual option of make validation column and all, it will randomly create the training and testing data. But here our purpose is that we want to define that these rows, okay, which is up to 2965, they are the training data, belong to training data set, and the remaining rows, they belong to the validation data set or test data set. Therefore, I'm going to create a new column which goes by the name validation. So 0 means it belongs to training. Okay, so I have created 00 everywhere. Just entered 0 where it is the training data set, and in the test data set either you can make it 2 or 1, because I want to treat this particular data chunk, okay, as a validation data. So that's why I've written 1 here. If you want to treat this data as the testing data, you have to change it to 2. But right now I'm going to treat I want to just make it as a validation data. That's why I'm writing 1 here. So after this, creating this new column, save it and import it into JMP, and this will look something like this. Now we have to tell JMP that what is the validation column. Now it doesn't know whether this is a validation column. So for that, double click here on validation. Make sure data type is numeric, modeling type is continuous. I mean, it will look like this right now, but go to column properties, okay, and value labels. Now here we have to add the value. So what we are trying to tell it, okay, if the value is 0, that label is training, okay, and then click on add. If value is 1, that label is validation, and click on add. Now you change it to data type to let it be numeric, but modeling type should be nominal, okay, because it's not a continuous data, it's just 0 and 1. Then you click on apply. As you will see now, it will be converted into train and validation. Okay, so if you would have chosen, so I will also demonstrate what if you would have chosen this option, make validation column. So click OK. Okay, now 75, 25, whatever you want to go with. See, the new column actually, it has different validation and training data sets. So sometimes in the data set, it will be provided to you that these particular data point should be used as a training data set, these particular data point should be used as the validation data set or test data set. That's how you are going to incorporate in JMP. Now suppose if you want to perform the discriminant analysis, go to analyze, multivariate methods, discriminant, validation will go to validation, okay, and these will go to y or covariates, and reporting status is our category. Click OK, and let's see if I want to do stepwise variable selection, step forward, 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 and if I add new variable, obviously it's not required because p-value is less than 0.05. If you want to perform step backward, that also you can perform, but not required because all the p-values are less than 0.05. Then apply this model, and that's how you incorporate the validation column which is already created in Excel, how you can use it in JMP.